I'm the fastest thing on two wheels all up and down the West Coast. Nobody comes close to touching me and my bike. 54 races and not a single loss. Shit, not even a threat of a loss. I'm like the Floyd Mayweather of the bike racing circuit. I've dominated all the so-called best races for years, and I'm only getting better with age. People can talk whatever shit they want, but I'm the undisputed king of the West Coast, baby, and there's not a damn thing anybody can do about it. To take my crown, you have to have the skill, nerve, and horsepower to at least match me, and even then you still need a prayer to beat me. When I'm on my bike, I'm godlike, and as far as I'm concerned, nobody's ever gonna make this guy bleed. I mean, my career might not be documented, but the shit is legendary. Anybody who knows anybody knows I'm the man. I'm at the top of my game, unbeatable, and more confident than a prime Roy Jones Jr. But unfortunately, my confidence doesn't keep all the ambitious wannabes away. So it didn't surprise me at all when some asshole on a souped up bike showed up at my club looking to make a name for himself. I'm used to it. Like Floyd, everybody wants to challenge the king for his crown. I don't think they believe they had a snowball's chance in hell of beating me. I think all they really want is my name on their resume. But like a true champion, I take on all challenges with no discrimination. If they're willing to pay the toll, I'm willing to tax their ass. To race the king, each challenger needs to have 10 grand or a bike that's either worth that amount or more to put on the line. Tonight's challenger not only had the 10 grand needed to race greatness, he wanted to add an additional $20,000 to the pot along with an extra stipulation. As he put it, he wanted to race for the other's prized possession. I knew exactly what he meant. He didn't want to just beat the king. He wanted to take the king's chariot for added bragging rights. Now, I wasn't nervous by any means, but I was conscious to the fact that no one had ever demonstrated such confidence before. I glanced over at his bike and gave it a quick once-over. I could easily tell that a lot of wrench time had been put into it, but that didn't mean shit if the driver wasn't up to par. So that's why I turned my sights next. He was a scruffy guy who demonstrated a cockiness that I knew wasn't genuine. I'd seen the type before. He was a big dog trying to run with the wolf. He might have had some skill, but I just knew he wasn't on my level. I accepted the bet and the race was on. We revved our bikes as we waited for the sexy dime piece in front of us to drop the flag. Shit, I was so confident I'd win the race. I found myself thinking more about her and how I'd take my victory lap straight to her house for a proper celebration. But once she dropped the flag, it was back to business. My bike jetted forward like a bullet from a gun, its engine raging like the angry beast it was. I was clearly in the lead with only a quarter mile left to go. I left my competition in the dust and I was seconds away from claiming another $10,000 payday in some loser's overpowered bike. But that's when I heard the silent whirl of another engine approach me from the side. The other rider appeared in my peripheral. I glanced over at him and I swear, he slowed down just enough to let me see him. Then out of nowhere he took off like a bat out of hell. I had never seen such a speed boost. I mean, it was obvious that he didn't use any kind of nitrous, so it was a puzzle to me how he just went from the 185 miles I was moving at to the 200 plus miles I assumed he was moving at now. When I made it to the finish line, the realization that I had just been handed my first loss started to settle in. I took off my helmet and did the only thing a respectable legend should do when he loses his crown. I congratulated him on winning the race and my bike. With his helmet still on and his eyes still facing the road ahead, he said, "Your bike? What makes you think I want that piece of shit?" "Piece of shit," I said, taken back by the disrespect. "Look, dude, you may have beat me, but this bike is worth a lot of goddamn money and it has kicked many of asses. Don't disrespect my shit by calling it shit." He lowered his head and laughed. "You keep your bike," he said. "It's clearly worth more to you than it is to me." "Keep my bike," I said. "So you just want the money?" "Bullshit. Nobody's that generous." "Keep your money too," he said. "What I really wanted was your prized possession, and now I have it." Then he looked at me, and through the tinted glass shield of his helmet, I could see two glowing red orbs where his eyes should have been. He revved his bike and took off faster than I had ever seen any bike accelerate before. That's when I knew I hadn't just dealt with an ordinary man. That's when I knew it wasn't just a race for my bike or some money. It was a race for my soul, and I just lost it. Oh shit.